We are
Open.
theoretically live.
Let me refresh.
We live? Question mark.
We
Always a
appear to be
question mark.
live.
Mm,
Sadly, not in person this week.
just
No.
reload
Yeah.
player.
No,
That was
we're
awesome.
not in
In
person.
person all the
No,
time.
we're not.
There we go. Oh, it looks so good.
It looks so good.
Yeah. And the volume on the Twitch app is really high for me. Give me a second.
Is it?
I'll turn that down. I don't need to hear an echo of myself.
Do
Can
I
you
need-
stop
oh.
yelling?
There we go. I've gotten a lot of compliments on that TikTok, by the way.
It's so good.
Really?
It's so good.
It
I
was
watched
so
it another
funny.
like 3 or 4 times because Rhodes is the one that gets me every single time. I don't know why.
I laugh really hard when Brian goes, "At least it's your shirt."
Yeah, I laugh really hard with "That's disgusting." All right, yeah, as you can see, everybody, we are back to our respective computers, no longer in person.
All
Sad
alone.
face.
I cannot
I
reach
know.
anybody.
I know, it's weird. Well, you could just call Ash and be like, "Hey, get over here," but
Here.
No one
stand
that's
there.
playing D&D.
Wow. Give him some dice.
But hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Decisions and Dragons. It was really cool to be able to sit at the table where that originated, by the way.
Yeah.
When last we left our intrepid heroes, let me get the sound things doing their things. Make sure that we've got it going. Okay, cool. Our heroes had adventured through the temple of the world serpent Midgard Sormer, who had previously offered his services and had given the party a quest to remove the whispered horde from the realm of Biven. In doing so, he transformed himself into a piece of magicite, basically a summoning crystal, where he could be brought out to assist you guys in combat. You had encountered several different traps while in the temple, but having accomplished each trial, you managed to come upon some decent magic items, some gear, a decent amount of money, seemingly left as an offering. And after an ethical debate over whether or not to disgrace the statue of Midgard Stormer to take some gems that were placed inside, you all made camp for the night. Before the night could pass, however, you all were visited by one known as the Plainsbreaker, Kefka Palazzo, who had seemingly come to you in peace with an offer, quid pro quo, essentially. He admitted that the current state of the world was not what he wanted it to be, and has made it his goal to remove Vecna and his influence from the realm, seemingly the same as you and your group has been tasked with doing. After some conversation, a little bit of mistrust, you had essentially tasked him to prove himself worthy of your trust. Boykin had mentioned that his brother, Brotrak, had been missing and had given some information, in which Kefka had also given some information on his possible whereabouts, and had agreed to get more concrete details on his location. And in return, maybe a conversation could continue between you guys and him. He had seemingly just faded from sight, and once again, you were all left inside the temple. For the sake of time, the night does pass, so everybody does get their long rest. And a very clouded dawn meets you all. And it suddenly hits you guys that in the last 10 years since this world of ruin had come about, you haven't seen the sun. The clouds roiling from Mundos Finem have covered the skies above, even as far northward as Yoshino. The sun has been missing ever since. But you all awaken. I also should note that included with this arrangement with Mr. Palazzo, he did state that his ship is left in the harbor near this temple for you to use to return back to the continent, should you wish. What do you do?
Didn't the snake also say that there was a boat for us to get back when he said uh, that we would have refuge in his temple? I
He
do
said
remember
that you
that.
might have some supplies and whatever's in the temple available to you, but I don't believe I had stated that there was a boat ready to go.
Thought he said
Maybe
that,
there was.
but-
Well, now you have
Make a
options.
decision now.
Yeah, we have
Pretty
the
sure
makings of
Kafka's is gonna
of
be
an
next.
armada. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yes. New campaign. This is what it's going to be.
There you go.
Suddenly we're pirates.
Suddenly we're
Yes.
pirates.
You all awaken from your rest, and the temple is just the same as it was when you had all begun to rest. No other incidents happen throughout the night. The spiritual guardian, once his time is up, just merely bows his head, and you can see him sort of fade, almost like several firefly lights just sort of drifting down to the ground before disappearing. What do you
When
do?
we got to the amphitheater, you had said that it basically kind of took the place of that second room. So we can see
Yes,
into the entryway and then outside and
absolutely.
everything at this point. Okay, just
Yes.
making sure I have this right. My notes were on a different electronic device last week.
And Kuja, you said this. We see sun.
No,
No. Okay.
no.
No.
It is constantly blocked behind roiling
Clouds.
clouds in the sky.
Yeah. Well, I know Malice would have been on sort of the later two watches, and she probably is wandering back in at the moment because the sun might not have come out, but she still waits for it each morning, just in case. So she would have waited through sunrise up closer to the door and then uh, come back to where the remainder of the group is a little bit deeper in.
Malice, go ahead and make me a perception check for when you were outside the temple.
I don't know if she would have stepped outside, just
Oh,
knowing
just sort
that
of like in the
in
entryway?
in the entryway. I don't think she would have wandered too far, especially
Okay.
not at night.
Okay.
But probably took a seat near where the spirit guardian was.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
So
What happens?
do we
I
look
get
for the
up and get my armor on, get Coco some whatever Coco eats.
Oh, no. You tell me what Coco eats.
All right.
Small mammals.
I'm gonna
The
go.
blood of our enemies.
Yeah.
Is
I
it
was
a
just gonna say,
bird?
did
Is it a
Steve anything
mammal?
said?
Split
Birds
hides
eat meat,
behind
it's
Malice and
meat, yeah.
person away.
After getting all of my my armor and everything on, I tell the group that I'm going to spend a little while scouting the area, looking for some food for Coco, and then we should depart back to the main continent.
Do we know did we learn where the ship is located?
From
I
what
am
you understood, it is directly southeast of the temple that you guys are in. It is only about an hour to travel
Okay.
by foot.
So back in the direction we came from, in essence.
Not quite. Do you have Foundry up?
I have Foundry up. Oh, it's paused.
Okay.
It's paused. And
It's
I can't
paused
see
in
anything.
black.
I also have the map up separately.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Oh, and I
Configure. Bam, bam, bam. How about now?
There we
Hi.
go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yay! Okay.
All right. So in the northeast, on the shore of the Vanquished, you see
Yeah.
where I'm kind of floating over?
Yep.
This mountain area? That is where the temple is.
Okay.
The harbor where the ship is supposed to be is right over here.
Okay.
You guys essentially showed up all the way down here.
And we wandered. So we wandered up past
Yeah.
that. Okay.
You wandered basically up and around towards the temple.
And how
Okay.
long did that trek take?
It took you, I think I said hours, but realistically, it would probably be much longer than that.
Because
I'll
I'm
say
essentially equating like each square on the grid to like a day's travel.
that makes more sense. So
Probably
yeah,
a couple
we'll
days.
say that a couple days travel to get from that's a really it's Dustin, where the fuck have you been all of my life? That is the best fucking determination for how long a distance would take.
Have you
Um
have you never used that
my brain
measurement?
never made that connection.
Oh
It
yeah.
What was the
never did
method?
that.
What was
Each
Uh,
the
square is about a day's worth of travel.
yeah, each square
I
is a
do it.
day's travel through the wilderness. You make it 2 days if you're traveling on the road.
That's
Love it.
awesome.
A
Fucking-
paved, safe road, you travel twice as fast. You can do 2 squares per day.
I'm upset with myself. Anyway,
Okay.
let me now go back and rephrase how far the harbor is. You would gather about a day and a half travel.
Okay. So if we set out today, we're camping overnight somewhere in between.
Correct, yes.
Nope. That's good to know.
Thanks, Dustin. Before it was only like an hour.
Nope. That's fine. That is completely fine.
Whatever. More bonding time.
Says the
Something
one who
Renolfus,
will
I'm
not
sure,
do that.
really
Yeah.
wants.
I know Rodolphus is all about that. He wants to
Yeah.
have like a sharing circle.
Renolfus is all about knowing the strengths of those traveling with him. He's a military commander.
So sharing circle is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Just of a military variety.
I mean, that's fair. We could do one of those courses.
Yeah, let's
There
do
you
some
go.
team building exercises.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we could do some team building, trust falls. It'd be good.
Yeah.
Do you trust me? Yes. And then step away as they fall. Just like that dude in that video from, I'm going to guess, the 80s. Yeah, that was
Lovely.
a fun one. It's starting to come back into popularity again.
Oh
Anyway,
man.
Okay.
The 80s.
yeah.
Oh my
So-
god.
You all right over the same?
Yeah, I'm
80s.
trying to figure out what spells I'm switching out to prep today. Because we
Oh,
need
Got
food
it.
and we need food and water. I don't know about
You
the
want-
rest of you, but I was not teleported with any supplies minus the shit that was on my body.
I mean, I have some I can spare.
I started.
I
this as a
actually am
traveling
carrying like
expedition.
everything, like my
Yeah.
entire existence.
Yeah.
Kind of
I mean,
lives in my bag of holding.
yeah.
So I have.
I will spread out, realizing that not everyone was actually traveling before we got here now.
Mhm.
I'll dump out rations. I have rations, I have water. And I mean I can also create if needed.
Oh yeah, I mean if you can. I just was expecting to have meals with my family. So
Understandable.
that is not something currently.
Can I create food and water? Let me see. Yes, I can. Okay. Are you good with bringing people back today if
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
Uh,
That I always keep.
Perhaps we should
Cujo?
take dying off the list for today.
Yeah. Dying is never on the list.
Okay, then I will switch that out and I can do that.
Cujo, do you want me to make a survival check or
So you're
perception?
looking for food for Coco, right?
Primarily for Coco, but I'm obviously interested in any kind of resources or anything
Okay.
that strikes me as being useful or noteworthy.
Okay. Yeah, make me a survival check. That sounds good.
Okay.
Or it is not just you.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Oh, food time.
Yeah, Kujo Sirenscape is not linked anymore.
What
Yeah.
Okay.
I would assume with the
I thought maybe it
Yeah,
was
with
just
my
because mine
computer
was like
shitting itself.
super out of date. So I like updated everything and it was still not linking.
it's not just you.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay. I built it. Wow. Yeah. Well, it says your contacts. Oh, why did it do that? Okay. Copying.
Your computer did you dirty with that whole thing.
So frustrating. All right. Everybody with Sirenscape that is using it, I'm posting the link to join my game in the Facebook group.
Thank
So
you.
click that. That should add you to the thing. Yeah, I'm already starting to get people coming in. All right, sweet. Sorry about that, guys.
Unforgivable. I cannot believe this has occurred.
Okay, well, guys, that's all for tonight's episode. I have nothing. I have nothing. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't even have to click up. I just clicked the link and then my app was like, "Oh yeah, I remember now."
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Ridiculous.
All right.
Weird.
Well, like I could see it in my contacts, but like it wouldn't let me link up with it, and so it's like, okay.
Connection
Anyway,
errors.
worked out. Thank you.
No
Back to your
problem.
regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, sounds good. Renalphus, what was your total?
16 survival.
16. With a 16 survival, you scout the area and you do manage to find some wildlife that Coco could feed on, some birds, and other small like rodent creatures. But something to note is that they all are quite skinny. It's not this whole island seems corrupted in some way, possibly just the presence of the ghosts. Something has sort of drained the life force out of the living nature around. So you do find some food, but it's not going to be very filling. As for, you said you were also kind of scouting the area.
Yeah.
You don't find any tracks of like living creatures. How far out do you go?
Not terribly far. Um, I probably stay. I'm trying to do like concentric circles
Okay.
around the temple, and I'm probably gone an hour or two.
Okay. All right.
So like I don't know, maybe like a quarter mile at the furthest.
Okay. Um you don't see, I mean, other than the animal tracks and whatnot that you do end up locating, there's nothing else of note really that you come across.
Okay.
That could be human tracks or otherwise.
Okay.
You had mentioned originally when we arrived that we passed through an overgrown garden kind of on the way in.
Yes, basically right in front of the temple is this large stone garden that looks like nature had started to overtake um the arrangement and the statues and whatnot that was sort of displayed. That the vines and the trees and the shrubs are very visibly dying or dead.
Yeah, I'd like to spend some time out there. while we're
Okay.
waiting for Renalphus to return.
Okay.
And I want to use Druidcraft to make some of these things bloom.
Okay. Make me a straight wisdom check.
Yep, that's going to be a straight roll. Don't fuck me. Uh, 16.
All right. With a 16, it takes you a second.
Yeah.
As you've done this however many times in the past. But you're almost having to coax life out of these bushes and these vines that you're coming across. But eventually one small flower does sort of sprout, and it looks like it could bloom, but it's struggling to do so.
We'll spend some time with that little flower.
Okay. I will say
Yeah.
if you sit
Yeah.
and focus on it, then eventually it does sort of sprout
Spend some time with
a
it.
beautiful bloom.
Not
I'll be
often that we see,
hanging out with Malice while she's doing that. Probably sitting on a rock, just tinkering with some of the odds and ends in my bag, which is probably, those like erector sets. Her bag is probably like somebody just upended one of those in there. So it's all these little spare parts of everything.
Nice. All right. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Chio is probably going to spend the morning, like, essentially documenting in her notes the fuck just happened yesterday.
Sounds good. I will say at this point, the wet pages have dried off. You do see a rather annoying, kind of wrinkly texture to them that wasn't there before, but they are dry. They are not actively sopping wet or soaked anymore. So you can continue to document as you will. Boykin, what about you?
Well, Boykin is definitely still a little distraught about everything that happened last night. His brother is on his mind. So to get his mind off of things, as he's kind of following along with the group, he's going to be trying to teach Pappy some new tricks.
Name one trick that you're trying to teach Pappy. Which, by the way, the other day I realized that paper bird is a magic item in D&D.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I told you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It's
So.
It's a howler that doesn't scream at you.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, it can scream at you.
I mean, it could. It's perfect.
I mean,
It has
that's
the option.
DM discretion.
Yeah.
What am I gonna have it? Oh, I'm gonna teach it, or I'm gonna teach it. I really can't, but I'm gonna try and teach it to do a cool corkscrew maneuver as he's flying, or it.
Okay.
I should say it's flying.
Make an animal handling check. Actually, I will give you the choice. Either, and I'm sure you're great at both, either animal handling or arcana.
I actually just rolled my animal handling and I got a 22. Double deuce, if you will.
Damn!
How the fuck did you get a 22?
Magic.
Yes, hands.
Fuck. All right.
Yeah.
I apologize. Yeah, jazz.
Intense
Aggressive
jazz
jazz hands.
Dislocated wrist jazz hands.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, with a 20, Jesus, with a 22, I'd say it takes you like
Yeah.
It takes you like an hour and a half to do so. But at the end of that hour and a half, Pappy, after you're giving verbal commands, and you can see each verbal command is showing up somewhere on its page, eventually it does do the corkscrew maneuver for you.
Just as a side note, Boykin, as part of the explanation, will try to do a corkscrew himself. Just
I will need an acrobatics check from you then. You
God.
accomplished the thing, but I want to see if you hurt yourself doing it.
14?
Are
14?
you wearing that adamantine full plate armor
Oh
when
yeah.
you try to do this?
You know what? Thank
Is
you,
that
Dustin.
disadvantage? Is
That is going to be disadvantage for
That better fucking
specifically for
be
this.
disadvantage. This is gonna be great.
You're trying to do a move out of the Matrix wearing fucking 100+ pound set of armor.
The first one was actually kind of good too.
Yeah. So the next one is a 3. That was definitely a 1. So
Uh,
Excellent.
as you, as you're
Sounds like
at the
you threw pots
beginning
and
of,
pans down the stairs.
yeah, as you're in the beginning stages of trying to teach Pappy, you think, I can do this. I'm just going to demonstrate what he's supposed to do. You leap, but didn't account for the weight of the armor. And so you jump and essentially dive through the air and land on your face with the full weight of the armor behind it. You're going to take 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Geo will
As you
look
guys
up.
just hear this very
oh,
upsetting
oh,
clattering of metal and
oh,
flesh.
oh. Yeah,
Geo will
just like
look
that,
up
Pappy.
and
You definitely
like
got a little bit of a nosebleed coming.
Chio's been
Oh.
like kind of watching at the corner of her eye, and she'll see that happen and hear the clang and just go, "Do you mean this?" And with the 21, do you
Uh,
screw?
Handily.
Ah,
Handily.
This
just
like
Pappy, just like that. Marvelous job. I'm just gonna lay here for just a minute. Just a minute. Oh, my nose. It's bleeding. That is a lot of blood.
From outside, you just kind of see Malice tip up her head and be like, "That's probably fine," and just turn back. No one's
So
shouting that
yes,
loudly.
at the end of the time, you do eventually teach Pappy the corkscrew maneuver, and now get to deal with a swollen face.
Ah, mm. Fantastic.
Arsinoe.
Arsinoe is going to, seeing the just mess that is happening in here, go into the whichever room is quieter. She's not gonna go outside, but just kind of like to the first room, and sit. And the few things she does have on her allows her to ritual cast divination. And if it's okay, so part of it is the sacrificial offering. She's going to kind of like with Hemocraft, she's going to prick her finger and take that damage. If that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. Do me. What you said? Divination. And is this a spell?
It is
I
a
just
spell.
want to make sure. Okay.
Yes, it is a spell.
Okay. Now, okay, so I would say you can go ahead and take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Considering that this does require that sacrificial offering. And what question do you ask?
I want to ask if... No, it has to be something that occurs with... I'm going to Arsinoe with the slight faith that it won't take the Mad Jester that long to return to us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll ask if we take the Mad Jester's deal, will we doom our futures? And kind of her
I like
intent
that.
of being, she knows that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. But once you get rid of that first enemy, you still have a second.
You cast the spell. And you focus all your energy, waiting for a spoken word message from a servant or an actual servant of the gods to show themselves, or a bird to fly right past my fucking window, which scared the shit out of me.
Just the Raven Queen saying hi.
Yeah, it's a Raven Queen saying hi with a big old brown ass bird.
Well, it's clearly the wild
what?
mother saying hi then. Damn.
We're fine. And as you close your eyes and focus, no word comes till you open your eyes. And in front of you, you can see, you're not quite sure if it's real, but you see a series of rocks, dark, slate-colored rocks, stacked on top of one another, progressively getting smaller as it gets towards the top. And you're sort of inspecting this just as a pebble, well, I won't say pebble, a smaller rock, possibly from the wind coming through the doorway. Could be because maybe the rocks that get kicked up from Boykin literally face planting on the ground. Could be disturbed from anything. This small rock that's much more colorful skips across and bumps into the tower, and it all crumbles. What happens next, you know is not real. As you can see these slate-colored rocks shift in color just slightly. And the tower is slowly rebuilt, but instead of being uniform and organized, you see this tower rebuild itself in a very strange and odd way where physics don't seem to make sense until you have this very Jenga tower always on the edge of tipping over in front of you, with the original colored rock that knocked everything down placed square in the middle. And then it topples again.
Kind of look at the rocks. Nod. That's the guy needed. She'll stand up and go check on the calamity happening in the other room.
Boykin is instructing Pappy. I'm gonna get like probably holding like the equivalent of an ice pack to your face.
I just picked up like a big stone and just have it on my face.
Are you okay?
Oh yeah, just took a very slight tumble. Nothing, no biggie. Just luckily my face broke the fall. It works.
As Boykin is describing, Pappy takes off and does a corkscrew in the air, and then nosedives into the ground and crumples before it uncrumples and folds itself back into a bird and continues flying around.
Look what I taught it. It's amazing.
That's fantastic.
Worth it. Oh.
Worth possibly broken nose.
Yeah.
I will reach out and uh, gently just touch your forehead and give you back those missing hit points.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Blake, and you feel the swelling go down, and you
Oh.
feel this pop in your nose as it rights itself again, which hurts like a bitch, but the pain does subside, and you feel back to normal.
Oh, thank you very much. That was dreadful.
Maybe next time keep the air acrobatics to the bird. I'm sure he will learn just fine from you.
Well, just trying to be a good mentor toward the bird. But I'll keep that in mind. Especially, don't want to hurt my face anymore.
That would be very unfortunate.
Yeah. Can't see me.
Jesus. All right. I'll say at this point, by the end of, or right around the time Renalphus has returned, is Malice when the flower does bloom. And while it looks healthy-ish, it's still got this little bit of gray tinge to it, and then it blooms, and you see this beautiful, almost monochromatic flower. Simple, not very grandiose or ostentatious by any means, but it does bloom.
It's kind of fitting with this place.
She'll dust herself off and kind of get up, but she looks satisfied. Yeah, my mother used to be able to coax these things to grow in, well, the most unfortunate environments. I didn't quite get her talent, but I try.
But that's more than what was here before.
That's kind of the
So
point.
you left the place a little better than you found it.
Yes, it's kind of the goal, is try and do something, even something small, each day. It makes a difference. Just kind of get all the dirt off her hands and follow inside after Renalphus heads in.
So what would I need to roll, Cujo? What I was working on was, those dancing sunflowers that kind of dance like this?
Yes.
That's what she was trying to make.
Wait, I missed it. I wasn't looking. What was it? Did it get... Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Someone gift that.
Thank you.
No,
Please
nobody
don't.
gift that,
Flip it.
please.
Flip it.
Make me a... Because, are you using magic to do this?
I'm using Tinker's tools.
Tinker's tools.
And I'm proficient with them.
Okay.
I'm proficient in tinkering, and I have the tools and everything like that. And she has she carries all these little odds and ends parts in her bag. She probably jingles a little bit.
Okay.
Just so she can keep her very hyperactive hands busy when she's not otherwise doing anything.
Okay. So since you are proficient, here's something I want you to do. On your character sheet in Dur and Dur Björned, at the bottom of the skill list, you can add a custom skill.
Okay.
I would like you to add tinkering.
Okay.
It is going to use your intelligence modifier, and you are proficient. So it should automatically calculate all that together for you.
Okay.
So now you can just make a tinkering check and have that bonus right there for you.
Okay.
Not sponsored by D&D Beyond, but hey, Wizards, if you want to show some love, if you want, just saying.
But, okay, so I'll just roll it for now and then add it. So just roll, add my intelligence and my proficiency.
Yes.
Okay. So +6. Oh, God. It's not great. 7.
7.
1.
You managed to construct the sunflower, but unfortunately, the motion that you had hoped to create with its joints is very stiff. And as you are kind of trying to get it to move, you unfortunately deal with a breakage as the sunflower essentially breaks along the stem.
Well, that didn't work. She she shows it to Malice. I was trying to make this for you, but it still needs some work.
Oh,
It's supposed to dance like this.
Clip
she
that, not the
stops.
earlier one.
She stops. Well, then I think you should keep working on it. Unless you want to start a new one. I'll take this one, it's fine.
No, I'll keep working on it. I have to
Sure?
fix it anyway. She looks like she wants to swear, but she just like refrains. The the fruity thing is just broken, and I need to fix it. But maybe while we're on the ship, because it's gonna take a while, and I'll have time. I think, as long as I don't have to swap the poop deck. What's a poop
The-
deck?
Start with have you needed to swap anything before?
No,
Okay. Have you been on a ship before?
no.
Okay. Well, then you'll probably be really, really interested in things once we get there.
Okay.
And this is when everyone checks their character sheets to see if they're proficient with sailing.
Nope. Oh, I know I'm not.
Oh, Malice is interesting. Okay.
I can change proficiencies with tools once per long rest now.
There you go.
So I gave myself spent my trance learning about boats. I feel
Broken.
like she sat there and she's like,
Oh.
okay, like, and you have to kind of cast your mind back into like what is essentially shared memory. So it's just these random things that are like, here's somebody driving a boat, and there's somebody who's trying to navigate one, and like this is a sail and how it works, and it's none of it is this from the same place or the same time or even really the same boat. So her knowledge might be a little wonky.
I like
Some
it.
of
Love it.
Has anybody been on a boat before?
I have.
Not recently. No.
Have you ever sailed one?
No.
but you know how they work.
You
I
mean like they
can understand
float?
the theory.
I mean, that's better than the rest of us. So
Hmm.
All right. You all have reconvened. Renalphus has returned with, I'll say, like 2 days worth of additional rations in addition to the food that you got for Coco.
Okay.
Again, it's more wildlife. It's not going to be the most tasty thing ever, but do with it what you will.
Maybe I should try fishing.
I used to love to fish. I
I went
wasn't
a
very
couple
good
times.
at it, but I tried. It was fun.
Quick question, actually, about your switching your tool proficiency. Is that what's the like narrative behind that? Is it just you kind of touching?
It is a ladder for Eladrin and Chatterkai. When they
Got it.
trance, they can tap into shared memory. Um,
Oh, cool.
I I don't think other elves get it, though it's possible. Maybe that'll come about in the future.
Interesting.
I think it's a way to kind of manifest that's basically what happens is that you have access to sort of shared pool that you can draw upon if necessary. Not to
Interesting.
mention, the like 200 years worth of life that you've lived and probably don't
Yeah.
remember the 150 years
Yeah,
of.
that's true. Actually, good call.
Um,
All right.
but yes, it's tools only, no skills.
Okay.
And I think it's tools, no skills, no languages. You can do gaming sets if you want to, or instruments if needed.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Yes, you can play in it. I think instruments are listed in there, but tools are the big one.
All right. I assume you guys all begin your journey. Unless there's anything you
Yeah.
guys wish to do.
We probably
Nothing here.
should. Do we need anything before we go?
Well, if we think that we need any additional funding sources, there is an option. But I was told no.
Hold on, I forgot to bring up my curses. Hold on.
I'm looking for Granalthus, who's been out scouting and has a better idea of the land.
I don't think this place is going to offer much more than it already has.
No, there's nothing for us here. The sooner we get back to the main continent, the better.
You didn't
All
see
right.
anything out there on your exploration? No more of those creatures?
Not but a few emaciated squirrels
Oh.
and other small prey animals. There's nothing.
All favors.
The entire island looks to be, if not dead already, quickly approaching death.
All right. You all set out on your journey. And the trek southward is surprisingly easy. The dirt beneath your feet is almost like a mix between hard dry earth, and a little bit of ash, maybe. Just again reinforcing that this whole island is only populated by dead things. But you continue southward. You make your camp, and just for the sake of time, you guys take your watches. Is there anything during the night, that you wish to do?
I'm gonna assume, also for the sake of time, that as we were walking, I was like, so who the fuck was that guy? And someone gave me the lowdown.
Yeah.
Just-
We'll
Okay.
assume that we
I
had
think
that
that's fair.
conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, what's his colloquial title? Like the Mad Jester?
The Mad
or some
Jester.
shit?
The Mad
Yeah.
Jester. He's also been called the Plains Breaker. He was once called the Court Magician. He's got several wonderful titles.
On my watch, I'm just going to keep working on the sunflower, but also keep an eye out for that guy again, just especially since he said he would be back. And since she spotted him in the first place, I think she's always looking for that black shadow that he manifested as first.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
When we make camp, I will cast Guardian of Faith before sleep.
Sounds good. Okay.
19.
19. You keep a watchful eye, and as you are along the shore of the Vanquished, you do not have the gift of ambient light of nearby buildings or towns. It is almost pitch blackness, as the moon and the stars do not pierce the clouds above. So you just have I assume you guys have built a campfire or something similar to give off the light.
Set probably set dancing lights out around the perimeter of the light that the campfire casts, just to give it a little more.
Sure. Malice, what was your question?
How cold is it? We're fairly far north,
Quite
right?
cold. Yes.
Okay.
It's like late fall, early winter-esque temperatures where it's not snowing, but it could if it really wanted to. Yeah.
Okay, it's that
You guys
awful.
are all kind of bundled up, and you keep an eye out. You don't see any sign of the black shadow that had sort of danced in the air in front of you. What you do hear is a low growl of some kind in the distance. And then you hear another behind. Maybe 60 feet off. And you can see one of your dancing lights. How far out can you place them?
I
I know I think it's like a chain or something similar, like within 20 feet of each other or something.
Yeah, 10
I
foot
want to say
radius.
it's 40 or
That's- Yeah,
it's
they
like
must be
60
within
feet
20
from
feet.
you.
Yeah, they can be 60 feet from me, but they have to be within 20 feet of each other. My range casting area is 120 feet though, so
Okay, all right.
I can move them 60 feet. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, the dancing lights are not revealing anything. If they have to be within 60 feet of you, but then 20 feet of each other. You said you just kind of had
Well,
them
so
immediately around you guys, or?
I have them the edge of the campfire light. So it says the range/area is 120 feet. A light must be within 20 feet of another light created by the spell, and the light winks
Okay.
out if it exceeds the spell's range. So the spell's range is 120 feet.
Got it. Okay.
So
as you are listening to this, one of your lights, you see a clawed hand reach out and try to grab it as the light sort of fade. It wouldn't really be snuffed out by anything physical. It is a magical effect, but you just see a hand reach out and try to grab it. And in the dim light around that moat, you see a vaguely centaur-esque form, but instead of a humanoid half, you see almost scales, dark flesh of some kind, and horns that sprout out from the forehead and sort of come down. And the
can I tell
tail
if
is
they're coming?
long and snake-like.
Okay. Can I tell if they're coming towards us? I probably do that thing where I just like hold really still, trying to even hold my breath because that feels loud.
Make a make a make an insight check.
11.
11. You don't see them actively approaching, but you know that they are both drawn to and put off by the light in the area.
Who am I waking up for next watch?
You tell me.
Be back too.
All right. I'll go up to Arsinoe and I will nudge her arm, not like very carefully, like after she caught me trying to lift her mask that one time. She's refrained again. I think it's your turn, but there's something out there. I could see it at the edge of my dancing lights.
She'll immediately grab her shield. Just kind of like sit up, like roll into a sitting and then like kneeling position. Show me.
I'll recast dancing lights and I'll like send them out towards the direction of the one that I just saw. If you hold your breath and you can hear him growling. There's more than one, I think. I mean, and then I'll point from this direction and from this direction. No, but I saw it try to grab one of my lights.
Jojo, does this sound like anything I would have run into on my runs?
Make a history check.
I'll describe them with the horns and the long tail and the body like a centaur, but like scaled human half.
19.
With a 19, you have come across a creature sort of matching this description. You recall after, venturing through with some of the refugees that they had been identified as Armanites, a fiendish creature.
Do I remember anything about, like scaring them away or like what attracts them to a campsite or anything like that?
I would say that you recall that they typically are supposed to reside underground, uh, particularly in the Underdark. But given the wonderful state of the world, the sun is not really something that they have to worry about anymore. They are territorial. Let me actually see something. They are not the most intelligent, but they do know language. You've seen them communicate with some of the horde as you have passed through the regions where you've encountered these creatures before.
Do you know what they are?
I think so. They're nasty. But they are capable of communication.
Do you know what? Do you know if they speak something, a specific language?
Um, would I know, like, if I know that they would speak to the hordes, like
Uh,
infernal,
Or if they're from the
or
Underdark, do they
if
speak
they're from the
Undercommon?
Underdark, would they speak? Undercommon.
Let me rephrase, because I said fiendish in nature, when the correct term is demonic in nature. They have communicated with some of the horde. I would say with a 19, you would gather, given that they have a very demonic presence about them, that they would speak in Abyssal.
Abyssal, okay. They do, but not in a language I speak. Certainly try.
Speak Undercommon, but it's been a while. I don't speak any of those. Once it sounded very growly.
Quick, Renalphus. And I'll keep watch if they haven't attacked by now.
Maybe you should wake him up because I think his bird might want to eat me, and also he growls a lot.
I think Coco wants to eat.
You're not snack size.
I think to Coco, most things are snack size.
That's fair.
Try
I'll
and get some.
creep over to Renalphus and very gently be like, at like the like finger length, just be like, Mr. Renalphus, Miss Beacon would like you on watch with her.
What?
She just steps back a little. There's something out there that's looking at us like a tasty snack. Miss Beacon asked if you would have watch with her.
All right. Help me get my armor on.
She like tries to lift the armor.
I will help.
Just like struggling with the helmet.
Make a stealth check.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
I will say either Renulphus can make it with advantage with help from well, actually, Arsinoe, you're also assisting with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if that is the case, Renulphus, make a stealth check with advantage. And either Flit or Arsinoe roll a solo stealth check.
I get advantage.
Okay, go ahead. I only have a +1. This character is not Dexy.
I'll take that. Miss Jackson?
Hey.
Natural Jackson.
There you go.
Nerd house!
Yeah, I'm glad you took that because mine only would have been a 4.
Well,
That's a 26 total for me.
gotcha.
Hell yeah.
I mean, there's no point. Yeah, no. I rolled
No?
anything under a natural 20 and nothing happened.
You never know. 5%
it's true.
chance.
It's true. You managed to get Renalphus into his armor without so much as a peep. And you can still hear the growls coming from the perimeter around you, not approaching, but
The
remaining.
dancing lights is still up, correct?
Yeah, for now, it's probably going to go away very shortly because she was keeping recasting it on her watch, but it's only a minute, so it'll probably go away once she goes to sleep.
Okay.
If we need light, I can do that. But I'm wondering.
No.
Just leave the campfire on.
Can you see in the dark? All right. What are so there? Essentially, all we've seen so far, just so I have my facts straight, is we've seen like a shadowy hand kind of pawing at one of the lights, right?
Yes.
Okay. I look to Ursinway and say, stay here, keep an eye on that area. I'm going to loop around to see if I can get a better vantage or a better view.
Okay. And I will kind of position myself to an equidistance from the Guardian. So, like,
Okay.
my Guardian and I are kind of covering, like, flanking the group.
Okay. Renalphus, I am going to need a new stealth check as you are now moving away. Yeah, you're now doing a thing, indeed.
And the area that all this has happened was pointed out to me, correct?
Yeah. Pointed out.
Do you want me to stay up and help?
No, you need rest as well. Although, find rest.
That is a 13.
Okay. You crouch low. Are you taking your glaive?
I'm taking my glaive and I prepare as I'm moving. I'm trying to move like slowly. I'm probably only moving like quarter speed.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm preparing an action that if anything comes at me from that direction, if I don't recognize it, then I'm gonna strike.
Okay. As you move across the ground, you hear and feel.
Oh, you just went real robot-y.
Oh.
No,
Was that
I'm
part
still
creepy?
here.
The voice changer?
You're back.
No.
Just start over.
You're back.
You
Yeah.
Start over.
okay.
You're fine.
All right, cool. As you creep low to the ground, you hear a as nearby one of the creatures seems to have noticed you. And in your mind, you hear, I don't have a voice ready for this, so you hear, pay tribute or die.
Is that Justin Renolphus's mind or all of ours?
Just in Renalphus's mind.
Just point of order. Flit laid down, but she's like wide awake. I think this thing kind of freaked her out.
Okay. And you can hear some of the clops of the creature sort of slowly shift almost as if it's turning in your direction. You're assuming you are in total darkness right now.
I can't. I have 60 feet of dark vision, but I can't see where.
Oh, you do have dark vision. Okay.
I do have dark vision.
Okay. If you have dark vision, then you can see the Armonite in all of his glory about 20 feet away from you. And he has turned and is looking at you. His features are tense and his body is sort of crouched low, almost as if in a moment's notice, if he needs to, he will pounce.
Okay. I am going to open up my notebook so that I know my Blood Hunter combat order of operations.
Good call.
It's like so many things you have to do. Just get ready.
They're all a bonus action, so I have to do them one at a time. I am going to, with my action, I am going to prepare an attack if it comes within melee, which is
Okay.
15 feet.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I am going to enact my hybrid transformation.
Okay.
And then I am going to think back to it. A trade then. Our passage for your life. There is nothing else for you here.
You see it lunge forward. Give me a moment before we get this shit started.
I definitely sent the
Gotta
wrong
get some
person to go talk to
stuff
them.
going.
Oh yeah.
No,
or the
Dicel.
right person. The
No,
very
Dicel.
right person.
I feel like Arsinoe
Malice.
is just kind of having this moment that's like, you know,
Malice would have been way
that
better
might not have
at
been a good
this.
idea.
Yeah. In retrospect, that was probably a poor decision.
Or
I
a
mean, it could-
really
no,
correct decision, because like
Yeah.
sometimes, you know.
Sometimes you need to send out the guy who's going to deal with the shit.
And that, I
Exactly.
think that's what she was thinking, was that, like,
If something
He's,
goes wrong,
you
he's
know.
gonna deal with it.
Alright, I'm gonna try my best to make this work. Pardon me as I attempt to be crazy with this. Sorry.
you're good.
I'm having fun setting stuff up in Foundry.
You're good.
Okay. I'm gonna do this. That way the night source is good. Okay. I'm going to put you here. I can. Geo. Lit. Renalphus went up here. I'll see right there. I have to figure out vision. Shit. Okay.
Vision's easy.
Is it?
I think all of us have dark vision except Chio, don't we? Or Chio
I think.
does.
No, Chio does. Yeah.
So all of us do.
Okay. All right. If that is the case, then that makes this easy. I also believe. Oh, son of a bitch!
It was the
Yeah,
one shot we
stupid.
played that Rose's character didn't
Yes.
have.
That was the sole human.
Tina's still upset at me for that betrayal.
I mean, she should
Where's
be.
the Renalphus one not showing the token? Ay, ay, ay. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
You're
Take
good,
your time, sir. So did we hear the thing growl though?
Yes. I'd say that was pretty loud enough.
Lit gives Malice a poke, poke, poke. Get up, get up, get up.
Yeah, Arsinoe immediately goes over to Chio.
Oh,
She probably
But I don't want to. I don't want to go to school today. It's fine.
Mother, 5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Give me my
Alright,
eggs and then I'll get up.
I go to slap her on
hope-
an alarm clock. Like, where's?
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
All right, I
Alice, get
hope this works. I believe that you guys also have control over the vision on your tokens now.
found your
I hope.
struggle busted.
I
Come on, buddy,
pray.
you can do it.
Come on.
98%.
Yeah.
Two
You
more
will have to
percent.
zoom out a little bit.
Okay.
How
I
dare
gotta
you
wait for it
make
to
me
finish
scroll.
loading first.
All right, I got it.
I
There
think
we
our
go.
internet was
Oh, he's
suddenly
got-
like, what the
You
fuck?
did like the lighting and everything.
Oh,
there we go.
No
Nice.
wonder it took so long. You were fancy.
Fancy. So
I'm
fancy.
trying. All right.
Where?
Can you?
Where
Do
is
you guys
everybody?
have?
I can't see Malice. I can barely see Arsinoe, and I can't see Renolphus. There she is.
All right.
Arsinoe looks like she's under the grass,
You know what I'm
but
gonna
maybe
do?
that's just the color of your
It's just my
token.
color.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I am
Okay,
going to
okay.
do this. There. So you still have the light source in the middle of everything showing that you have a campfire going. But with everybody having dark vision, I think except for who? Who are we doing?
Everybody has dark vision.
Everybody's
We all
got
have
dark
it.
vision.
Everybody has dark vision.
Awesome.
I think it's all 60
Sweet.
feet too.
Yeah.
Sweet. Then there you go. That's how we're gonna do this. Everybody can see
Yay.
everything at all times.
This
It's
thing
fine.
is done.
All right. Now the combat thing. Let us do the initiative thing. In case it wasn't clear.
So question.
Cujo, do I get my attack?
Yes, you will get your attack. So go ahead and make that.
18 to hit.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
You were doing so well.
14 points of damage with the glaive.
Put on your armor. Put on your armor.
Well, so that was going to be my question.
Mhm.
For those of us who were resting and are being woken up mid-rest, with mithril armor, can you rest in it or not? I'm trying to figure out if I would be taking it off. It doesn't have a dex penalty.
Mithril.
Because I think both I and Arsinoe have
Yeah.
mithril.
I can't look up mithril.
I always said if you're sleeping in your armor, you have to make a con save when you wake up to forego the point of exhaustion.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't sure if it applied to all armor or
just plate mail.
or just plate,
I-
or if it was all heavy, and that was what made me wonder about mithril, since it doesn't carry this. It's heavy, but doesn't have the requirements that it normally would. I'm trying to figure out if my AC is
Light,
bald or
flexible
not.
metal. Wearing normal clothes. I will say. Are you wearing the medium or heavy?
Heavy.
I will say if it's heavy, I'm going to use Dustin's rule to make a con save to avoid the exhaustion.
Okay.
If it's medium, then it's fine.
Okay. So you're probably good.
Yeah. I have medium.
Okay, then given that we are sleeping in the wilderness, I would have kept it on. So I'll make a con save.
Okay.
Kujo, do you want me to draw a square for my guardian?
Yes. I
will
apologize.
make you. No, you're good. I will make you a token when next time.
Okay. All right.
But I will just do it because it doesn't move, so it's not like you really.
It's just stationary.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just stationary. But I'll draw you a thing. If she's down here, then it was probably over here.
Now, Dustin, real quick, that was a single attack, or was it you're doing a full round of attacks on there?
I do get 2 attacks. Yeah, I was prepping the attack action.
Okay.
So let me roll a second attack. $25 to hit.
25 will hit.
And that 6 more points of damage.
Okay. So it's a total of 20, yeah? Because you did 14 earlier?
Correct.
Okay. All right, I'm just marking that down. And we will do... Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Come on, where are you? I just had it. Where did it go? Fine. We'll do that. Okay. Hopefully that sounds decent. All right. So you deal 20 points of damage to that Armonite. Now that that is done, I will need initiative from everybody. So Chio, what was yours?
It was, I should actually roll the dice and not just hold it. 23.
Dang!
Renalphus?
5.
5.
Buddy.
Natural
Uh,
1.
Oh.
Flit?
9.
9. Arsinoe?
7.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah, it stopped.
You know
being
I don't
good.
roll initiative well.
Yeah.
Cujo,
Ever.
my initiative is actually 3. I was looking at my proficiency bonus, not my initiative bonus.
Oh, shit.
Malice? What was it?
23 for my con save.
Oh, got it. Okay. And then what was your initiative?
12.
12. Okay. And Boykin,
Yeah,
because
double
you
digit.
rolled in D&D Beyond, it automatically populated it
Oh,
into
sorry,
my
man.
initiative counter.
Niner.
Niner!
sorry, could've done
Great.
that.
Oh god, this is not going to be good for us.
No.
I forgot that that auto populates into the initiative counter now, so I
Yeah.
need to get in the habit of doing that because that's way
Yeah.
easier. Also, if you want to have initiative on Foundry, since you have the D&D Beyond one mod turned on, if we as players have the D&D Beyond like thing for Chrome, if we roll in D&D Beyond, it'll also pull into Foundry.
The extension? Is that
Yeah,
the word
the
you're looking
extension.
for?
It'll
Okay.
also roll into there.
Sweet.
If you want.
Okay.
We'll set that up.
I'm good for now. I think next time, that's one thing I haven't done with yet, is making an active encounter in Foundry yet. So that will be something I will look into for next time. First up, we have Chio.
All right. She gets woken up and she does that like cat stretch and then like immediately just like seeing this enemy behind us just bounces over there.
Okay.
And she gonna try to punch him in the face.
Punch him in the face.
Yeah, yeah. Asshole.
Do it.
What is with assholes waking me up? This is the second night in a row I've been trying to sleep. This is extremely rude. Your country is rude.
Yikes.
You know
Wow.
Chio's temperament now.
A very
being woken up.
nationalist of you.
25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Hold 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Do you need types or anything? Oh wait, my fists are magical, so.
Yeah, I'm not gonna need anything. For now.
And that's a dice jail for that one, natural 1, so that fails.
Alright. Yeah, that will miss.
But fuck it, I will use a key point, and we will flurry of blows. 'Cause why not?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't.
Joe,
I
are you
don't
having
like
a
it.
stroke?
I think he is.
I love you guys.
I gotta do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
You know, Brian, you know what that sounds a little bit close to?
What?
Fuck me up with that clap.
Oh my god, fuck me on that clap!
Oh my god.
Inside joke. We'll talk about it later.
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Yeah.
I assume a 20 and a 21 will hit.
Yes, it will.
16 points of damage total.
Nice. All right. You run up to this creature and lay in some blows. Its flesh, while scaly, and it's still fleshy, so your attacks are making solid purchase against it. As it sort of reels back from the onslaught, it glares up with burning ember eyes, and you see its tail sort of aggressively just sort of move through the air. Well done. It is
Whatever.
now...
I got a tail too. I can switch my tail.
It is now the Armor Knight's turn, all three of them. So, the one that Ranulphus has fucked up is going to move into melee, and it's going to get 3 attacks on Ranulphus.
Whoa.
Okay.
Ouch.
First is going to be with its
Yikes.
claw. That's a natural 19, so 27 to hit.
That'll miss.
All right. Rocks fall though, so
I'm unable to dodge the rocks.
Yeah, I know.
unfortunately.
Let's see. It's this. You're going to take 5 points of slashing damage, plus. Where are my. There we go. 12 points of lightning damage as you feel a surge of energy go into your wound.
Okay.
Yikes.
After the claw, it's then going to rear up in its hind legs and reach out for a hoof attack.
You said 12 lightning?
12 lightning. 12 lightning and 5 slashing.
Okay. I am resistant to the slashing.
Okay. That's why I separated the damage types for you. The hoof attack, 14's not going to hit, is it?
No.
Okay. And with its
18's
last
the target.
attack, it is going to then turn, basically using the momentum of stomping down in front of you to turn and shoot its serrated tail at you. That is a Miss Jackson.
Okay.
And that is going to deal 9 points of slashing damage to you.
Okay.
Let me rephrase. I forgot to add the modifier for both of that. So the first slashing damage you took was 10, not 5. After resistance, it's reduced to 5.
Okay.
Then that is 14 points of slashing damage with the tail. I apologize. I was only adding the dice.
Okay.
So that is the first one. The
Cujo, what kind of attack dealt the lightning damage? Was it a-
claw.
It was a claw? Okay.
Yes. The one to the left is going to move. And as he does, Ranulphus, I'd say you'd see this as you're sort of reeling from the attack. As this second one moves, you see this gathering energy in the very edge of the serrated tail of this one. And it leans down and shoots the tail forward, and energy sparks out. I will need Flit and Malice to make dexterity saving throws.
+4, Court.
Okay.
Oh shit.
24.
23.
Okay, you succeed, and you succeed as well. All right, so you're going to take half damage. Give me a second while I get my d8s. That is 16. Oof.
This is a magical effect, not spell, correct?
It is correct. It is a magical effect.
Okay.
You both, after it's halved, take 21 points of lightning damage. There were a lot of 8s that I had rolled on the damage on this thing.
There's
and it
officially standing on end.
This devilish purple lightning fires from its tail and surges through the both of you. racking your body with pain. The one that Chio was facing off with and talking shit to is going to make some attacks. First is the claw. The claw! It's a natural 18 to hit.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
The
One more
claw!
Thank you.
Go ahead and clip that all you want. That is 9 points of slashing damage
Rude.
plus 11 points of lightning damage.
Ah,
Especially rude.
It is going to attack with its hooves.
Did you
That
not
was a
Just-
natural 20.
stop
with its
trying to
hoof
kill
attack.
Chio?
So
again,
that is
second time in a row.
For that one, that is 21 points of bludgeoning damage. And I will need you to make a strength saving throw as you get hit by the hooves.
I also rolled a natural 20, sir, for a 24.
Oh,
Yay.
yeah.
Well, fine. You don't get knocked prone. I like it. And then, lastly, it's going to go for the tail attack. That's a natural 3, so 11.
No.
That's not going to work. Chio, you're facing off with this thing, and you deal with the claw slashing through your flesh and the energy that sort of courses in the wound. And just as you grimace, you look up as feeling directly into the center of your chest. Its front hooves collide. You definitely feel a few cracked ribs, but you hold your ground. And just as you're grimacing and trying to catch your breath, you move out of the way as the tail surges down towards you and impales the ground. These guys are tough. Up next, we got Malice.
Okay. Sporting a very nice ombre from the lightning. Uh, she's going to. Yeah. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. She is going to go deal with the one that seems to be getting its ass closer to us and just tried to fry us. And she's gonna take a step around Flit and kind of put her behind, and then teleport the rest of the way
Okay.
over to this guy. Take her 30 feet, and as a bonus action,
Okay.
that's there. Now, take her 2 attacks
Go for it.
on dice. I can't even read this one. That is a plus 8. 14 plus 8. 22.
22 will hit.
And 14 total.
14 points of damage?
No, 14 for the second attack.
Oh, for the second, that one
Yeah.
is not going to land.
Okay, that is fine.
Was it, Tina? 14,
What?
you said?
14, yeah.
I don't know if I can bend luck on an attack roll.
I
I don't think.
don't know.
I don't know. It's fine.
Oh, I can bend luck on an attack roll.
Oh,
Up to you.
I'll spend 2 sorcery points and add 4 to that.
18.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay, so damage for the first attack is going to be 7 slashing.
7 slashing. Okay.
And I'm gonna smite the crap out of the thing. So first level smite for 14 radiant.
Okay.
Second attack is not as good on damage, which is 6 slashing. Another first level smite is going
Okay.
to be 2d8 is
All right, that
11
didn't-
radiant.
11 radiant. And I'm sorry, what was the slashing on that one?
6
6. Awesome.
and 11.
Damn. You fucked that thing up.
And as she teleports, when she reappears, She looks a little not quite transparent, but there's a certain level of like translucency to her figure.
All
She
right.
has resistance to all damage until the start of my next turn.
Oh fuck.
Woof. All right. I like it.
That's not what I
I'll
need.
just go with that. I don't care right now about the ambience. All right, sweet. So that was your
I'm
movement
good.
action. Okay,
Movement, bonus
sweet.
action, all of it.
All right. Up next, we got Boykin.
Okay. Boykin is gonna come over here. Oh, was I able? Do I need to do anything about putting my armor back on? 'Cause this is my first one.
So question for you: did Boykin sleep in his armor?
I mean, probably not. I mean, that stuff is super heavy.
Okay. I will say I think it's an action. No, for plate.
Plates.
I
A
think you have to. It's like
minute.
it's a minute to get
A
your armor
minute
back
if
on.
you're assisted.
Yeah. So you could try to get your suit of armor back on, but it will take 10 rounds of combat to do so.
So Boykin's fighting naked.
So Boykin's
Oh, why is he not even wearing underwear? This is disgusting.
Is he sleeping next to all of us without pants on?
Yeah. All of a sudden, we just realize it now.
Why is Boykin Donald ducking it in his armor?
Wearing a breastplate.
Is my leather armor handy? Would that take 10 rounds to put on?
I think it would be something close to it.
Okay. Then it's all good.
Okay. All right.
Boykin is gonna move.
All right.
Can I get around here? Oh.
Oh, I need.
Sam.
I don't even know if I can. Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
think
were
You
like
were, like,
over
right-
here.
Yeah, I
yeah,
think I
you
can
were
only
like right
move
here.
to. Oh, come on. Oh, hold on. Wrong button. So I could probably move. Oh, I was right here.
Yeah, you can get right there to this space.
Okay. Okay, great. Warhammer
And I'll
out.
say you get flanking, because why the fuck not? I know it's supposed to be straight across. I don't give a shit. It's a large-sized creature. It's fine.
2 hands. Oh, wrong button.
It's 2 hands Clancy over there.
Come on.
I don't know, okay? It's stream of consciousness. I have no explanation, okay? Don't give me that disapproving look, Dustin.
Just really, for my next campaign, somebody's gonna be named Two Hands Clancy now.
Yes.
Is it like what?
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Yes!
27 to hit, sir.
That'll hit. So, for natural 20, take your max base damage, so that includes your modifier, and
20.
the max you can roll on your dice, and then roll dice on top of that.
Oh, okay, cool. So that'll be 23. Uh, 37 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Ooh!
Boy.
All right. So for my second attack, I'm going to hit again.
I'm gonna try and replicate.
I'm gonna try and
Alright.
do that a second time.
Wow, he hits a lot harder without armor on. It's like freedom of movement.
Yeah.
It's that breeze.
I don't know why most of you guys wear armor. It seems really silly to me.
I don't wear armor.
Obviously,
Almost
we're all
die
doing something
yesterday.
wrong.
14 to hit.
14 unfortunately will not hit.
Oh.
I will say, given that you're at the back of this creature and you got a natural 20, when you swung downward and it connected with the tail, and you definitely heard shattered bones
Yeah.
from that
Paralyzed?
impact. It is not paralyzed, but it will not be able to use its tail in combat for the rest of the combat.
Yes.
Break the tail.
Yeah.
You took away its lightning bolt ability.
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Nicely
Eat it, Pikachu.
done. Jesus. All right. Well done. Any bonus action for you?
Good question. I kind of want to try this grappling strike.
Oh,
I mean, you're welcome to try.
that's a bit
Like-
actual.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's gonna be especially weird since he's naked.
Honestly, the creature would just run.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try it right now. Not gonna try
Okay.
it right now.
Alrighty. Let's. You know what? We're gonna try this sound set. I haven't used it in a while. Hopefully, it sounds good.
Can you get us, Sam?
I think
Most of us.
so.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I think so.
All right. So that is
Is
Is that
Boykin.
sunset just gonna rickroll us?
Never gonna give you up. By the way, Moulin Rouge definitely rickrolls you at a certain point. Super fun. Moving on. Flit, it is your turn.
Okay. First things first.
Please
Just
stay by
gonna-
the guardian. Please stay by the guardian.
I'm not
Please stay
moving,
by
I
the
swear.
guardian.
Nothing is close to me at this point. Flit's gonna clap her hands together in twin spell.
Okay.
She is.
And she's going to target this one and this one with Chaos Bolt.
Okay.
At
Let
third-
them in.
and that's
Mola
at
Kulu.
third level.
Awesome.
That is 16 plus 9.
Yes, that will hit.
Yeah. Alright, so for third level, it is to be 2d8 plus 3d6.
Now that 20, that roll was just for the top one, or was that for?
Okay, so if I twin spell, do I have to roll for each or just once?
You
Okay.
would have to roll for each.
Alright, so the first one, the top one that's with Renalphus, that was the 16 plus 9.
Okay. Awesome.
And the other one is 13 plus 9, which is a
That'll still hit.
23.
Sweet.
Alright, so both of them hit. And then roll damage separately as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the first one is going to be 13 plus 11, 24, 28 thunder damage.
You said 20?
28 thunder damage.
28? Holy shit.
And the second one is we'll go with the poison damage on the second one. $16 poison damage on the second one.
So the first one you fire out and it booms across the plains that you're traveling across, and you see the energy collide with the creature as it reels back in pain. As you turn and fire the poison orb, you see it sail through the air and hit square in its chest, and it looks down and you see the poison sink into his flesh.
Had a feeling. Should have chose fire. It's okay. And then do you want me to roll a wild magic surge because that was the third level spell?
Yes, and I believe you're up to 2 right now? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it triggered the last time.
It did, but
It
I
did.
rolled twice after that.
Oh, okay.
So that's a 13. So I'm up to 3 now.
Okay.
It's building.
All right.
Alright.
Alrighty. Anything for your bonus action?
Section? No. Nope. That's it.
All
for now.
right. All right. Up next, we have Arsinoe.
Okay.
Sam.
I'm good. I reread my shit, and now I know what the fuck I'm doing. Emboldening Bond.
Okay.
Malice, Flit, Chio, and Boykin all get a d4 that you can add once per turn to any attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you make.
That's so fucking awesome.
You can also use your reaction to teleport to one of your other compatriots, as long as you're within 30 feet, to take the damage that they may receive.
Oh, okay.
And then she is going to... How far away? Scott. I can do it there. We're gonna do some spiritual weapon.
Sweet. Oh, son of a bitch.
I forgot to tell you that I have that spell.
Hold the phone while I think of a thing.
Just throw a duplicate Arsinoe on there. It's fine.
Your your spiritual weapon is gonna be that, and then I'm gonna be like go over here, and because of one of the things, where are you putting it?
Right here next to Malice.
Bam. It is there. It is a rabbit person. We don't want to talk about it.
Spiritual rabbit.
That's fine. Spiritual rabbit. That's fine.
Alice
That
just looks over like, the fuck?
That seems appropriate. Isn't your
Right?
like?
Yeah.
Isn't your patron like a bunny cat?
You
Yeah.
need to explain that to your new companions.
Yeah. Stop the fight. You need to explain what's happening.
You can see her turn around with
There'll
this,
be
like
a
arched
tear.
eyebrow, like,
What the fuck?
okay.
You have control over the token as well, so whenever it comes time to move it, you can do so.
Phenomenal. And it gets to make an attack with a 24.
That'll hit.
Cujo,
Oh.
when the creature absorbed the poison, can I tell if it took no damage or if it was just resistant?
Make an insight check for me.
Max damage at 13 points of
Ooh.
force.
Shit. All right.
15.
And it is actually a giant shield.
All right. Well, sorry, my rabbit person
Then
was
you've
not a
got a
good
rabbit
enough
person.
spiritual weapon for you.
Listen, that is her spiritual, like her, what is it? The spiritual, her
Weapon?
spirit guardians are bunnies, okay?
That's fair.
They're little
Um,
carbuncles.
Yeah. With a 15, as it was impacted by the poison, it did not react whatsoever.
Okay.
So from what you gather, it did not take any damage.
Okay. Can I just as a free action shout out? Don't use poison.
Sure.
Immune to poison.
Hmm.
There's that.
All right. After Arsinoe, Ranulphus, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to because Ranulphus is gross. Ranulphus is going to just like wipe the blood off his face. And
Be gross, be gross, be
he's
gross.
gonna lick the blood.
Yeah.
And I'm going to activate a Crimson Rite.
Sanity.
Okay.
That seems more efficient than cutting yourself and taking another point of damage.
Definitely.
I still take the damage.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, because you're basically taking the weapon and coating it in Hemocraft.
Yeah.
It's still gross, but,
Never mind.
you know. Never mind.
Just less edgy.
And I'm going to
Yeah.
do, since they're dealing lightning damage, I'm going to activate the Rite of the Flame.
Okay.
And
Solid.
yeah, so I'm gonna yeah, so I'm gonna do that. So my weapon is going to be flaming now. And so that is my bonus action. And I am
Okay.
gonna make 2 attacks. First attack is a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Okay. Wait, let me.
Congrats. I gave you a light animation. You now light within 5 feet around you since your weapon's
Aw.
on fire.
Phenomenal.
I'm learning. I'm learning. The more I kind of like throw
Um,
myself into trying these things, the more I will learn.
I'm just trying to find where the frick is it. I'm
What are you looking
pretty
for?
sure my my hemocraft it's just an extra whatever my hemocraft die is, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That should be a
Um,
D6.
Yeah. I take 6 points of damage
Okay.
Always roll max with that.
always.
Thanks,
But
Hemocraft die. This is not the commercial I auditioned for.
Hey, paying gig's a paying gig.
This is true.
so that is 12 points of damage, 2 of which is fire.
Okay. As you slash into it, your glaive pierces just as it did before. And the fire, while it does react, doesn't react as much as you would hope.
Okay.
Yes.
I figured that if they're demonic, they're probably does it do anything?
It does react to the burn, but not like, oh my
Okay.
god, I'm on fire. It's
Okay,
minimized.
he's resistant and not immune.
Yeah. He ain't squealing because of some embers on him.
Does a 16 hit.
16 just hits, so go ahead and roll
Ooh.
damage. Two ones.
No, the D10 was a 1. That is 11 points of damage, 5 of which is fire. So it rounds down to 4. Rounds down to 2.
Separate the slashing and the fire, please.
6
Brain.
slashing,
Okay.
5 fire, reduced to 2.
Okay. Thank you. I had to, not to quote Travis, but I was struggling with the reverse math.
You mean
Legit.
subtraction?
Yes.
No.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right. Well done. These all 3 of these creatures are looking like shit right now. So you guys are kicking their asses. With that in mind, we are back up to the top of the initiative with Chio.
Okay. I am gonna punch it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
Get him
Yeah.
high.
That.
Tw- 22 to hit.
that'll hit. Yes.
Fuck you, natural 1. That's 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Second attack is a 17.
17 will hit. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
damage.
That is 8 points of damage.
Right.
And order of operations wise, I can't remember. Can I use Flurry of Blows and Stunning Strike in the same?
Yeah.
Yes,
Stunning
you can.
Strike
Awesome.
does not cost any action economy.
Okay.
All it does
Sorry.
is just cost key points.
For some reason I thought it did, which is why I didn't do it last time. So we're gonna Flurry of Blows and keep hitting him.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
There you
Yay!
go.
Heck yes.
There you go.
Roll well. That was not well. 12 points of damage.
Okay.
We're gonna get some new dice. You know, just gotta freshen up the blood a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the other one is another 26 to hit.
That'll hit. Jesus Christ.
And another 1, so 5 points of damage for that one. And then if the motherfucker could make a con save.
All right. Don't know if you know this about Armanites. That's a 13.
DC is 14.
All right. He is
Nice.
stunned. When I tell you that he is stunned and doing the Mortal Kombat finish him pose, you could take that to the bank. He is very close to death.
Love it.
So if I hadn't rolled 2 natural 1s on my attacks, I'd probably fuck you, dice.
Yeah. All right. It is the Armanite's turn. Obviously, the one by Chio and Boykin is stunned, so it will not be taking any actions. The one by Renulphus is going to go 5, 10. And I want to see what is the range? 60. Okay. Where are you? Measure distance. All right, that'll work. I will need Renulphus, Flit, and Arsinoe to make dexterity saving throws. As the creature in front of Renulphus whirls around him, the energy gathers in its tail and shoots forward.
We get a D4,
You
right,
do.
Sam, because of the thing you did?
You do.
All right.
I'm sorry, Kuja, you said it was a dexterity saving throw?
Dex saving throw, yeah.
You said that for the emboldening bond, you, as your reaction, you can take
You-
damage.
You can
I can-
teleport to somebody and take their damage.
Okay.
21.
I just-
21 will succeed.
6.
6s fail. Renulphus?
9.
9. Okay. Quick question. Malice, are you using your reaction to swap with someone?
Is it just those 3?
The only one that's connected is Flit. So you
Flit's
can
the
only
only one-
teleport. You can only teleport to Flit.
And no, I mean the lightning. It's just
Oh.
it's.
It's
only-
a 60
only the-
foot. Yes,
okay,
yes.
so not Geo.
Correct.
Okay. Then yes, I'm going to use my reaction to teleport.
Okay.
It is
Alright.
to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of the first creature
Yeah.
the creature. So you get to pick the
Okay.
area around.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to be going back to where I was in a minute, but I have resistance right now, so.
Okay. I will say Malice, go ahead and make a dex save throw. A saving throw. Since you are essentially stepping in to cover
Yeah.
for Flit.
Okay. 18. Wait, Dex is yes, 18.
Okay, so you succeed. Total damage was 40.
Okay.
Fuck. Ooh, that would've
Those
knocked
who
me out.
succeeded is halved to 20. Now, Malice, you have your resistance, so that is 10 points of damage to you. Renulphus, what was your dex?
9.
9. Yeah, that is the full 40.
You're beefy now.
They are, yeah. All right. There's
It's but to
that.
scratch.
B is going to. Okay. B does not get his lightning back,
Oh, good.
and is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 up to Malice.
Yep.
And is going to make some attacks.
Fair.
Do spiritual weapons get attacks of opportunity or no? Does that not
No.
work that
They
way?
do not.
Okay.
Yeah.
If only.
All right. Malice, that is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Your claw?
AC is 20, so.
Okay.
It's in exchange for it not being a concentration spell.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so you are going to take 11 points of slashing damage.
Have to.
Have to 5.
5.
Okay.
And then 11 points of lightning damage, also reduced to 5. It's going to make its hoof attack. That's a 17 on the die, plus 8, 25.
Oh, 25, yes.
I will need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength save is an 18.
18 will succeed, so you're not knocked prone.
Okay.
What's up, Sam?
I need it to make a dexterity saving throw. It came within 10 feet of my guardian.
Good call. That is a 19.
Yeah. Succeeds for half, so 10 points.
10 points. Okay. Getting that marked down. The hoof attack still deals 14 points of bludgeoning, reduced to 7. And you are not knocked prone. And it's going to attack with its tail as its last attack. It's an 18 on the die. These guys are rolling really well. And that... I had to talk myself up. I had to do it. That is 7 points of slashing reduced to 3.
Okay.
That was minimum damage.
You shut the bed on that one.
2 1s on 2d10.
Oh, that
That
sucks.
sucks.
That sucks. And
How am I looking? Not,
Marginally pained.
no, I mean, like, I feel like 2/3 pained.
Okay.
About. Well, I mean,
You just took a lot of damage from both me and from those things.
yeah, I mean, I'm at 30 out of 76.
Fuck.
that is that one's turn. We are now to Malice.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wail on it now. Because, yeah.
I think these are some of my favorite monsters, by the way. Just putting that out there.
Please yell at it like you yelled at me on Saturday.
Oh my god. It was awesome. That was filled with hate.
It wasn't at Octavia, like I said. It wasn't at Octavia. It was just,
The intellect devourer ate her friend. It's fine.
yeah, she was not happy about that. Okay. So I am going to... First attack is a 24.
24 will hit. Absolutely.
And the second one's a 25.
25 will hit as well. Shit.
Okay. Yeah. No, she wants to get this thing the hell away from her friends.
All right.
Maybe friends? Could be friends. Could be friends. So slashing damage is going to be 3 plus 4 is 7.
Okay.
First attack, we're dumping a second level smite into that for 3d8, which is 11, 15 radiant.
Okay.
And for the second attack, slashing damage is 10.
Okay.
Plus, why the fuck not, another first level smite for an additional 5 plus 3 is 8 radiant.
It is dead.
Yes.
Oh,
You slash across his chest, and as the blade slices through, the divine energy surges through, opening the wound, and then you follow it up with a swift stab upward, and it goes into the skull, and then you feel the energy course through, and you just watch its head kind of burst, but still sort of stay together as it sort of flops down to the ground.
Okay, that's
like
good.
a grape from the inside.
Yep, that's really nice. Okay, well that's fun. And then This guy, we have one guy who's stunned. The one up by Renolphus is the other one that's still active, though, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. Well, then I'll use my bonus action to teleport.
All right.
I'll use that about, let's see, 10, 50. I'll use 20 feet of movement plus 30 feet for teleport so that I can
Sounds
get
good.
flanking for
All right.
Renolphus and renew my resistance for the next round.
Awesome. Sounds good.
This is a
All right.
badass.
Boykin,
Oh, Spencer.
it is your turn.
Okay.
Here.
Boykin is gonna
I see him behind you,
Fucking
Sam.
end
go
this
for
thing.
another hit on the stunned one.
Finish
Okay.
him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Finish him.
Awesome.
Remember, you're advantaged on all these.
Yep. Does a 16 hit?
16 just hits.
Oh, thank God. All right, that is going to be 9 points of damage.
First
on the
off,
first.
bless you to Rhodes. Okay.
Thank you.
I will tell you that you will not need a second attack. As you rear back, and as it's stunned, it sort of like stumbles backward. So the centaur, the horse-like body sort of stumbles in front of you. You swing down into the spine of the creature, which causes it to bow and break apart
Oh.
in a gruesome way.
Ouch.
Oh,
Ew.
does it have a 90-degree angle in its back now?
Not quite. You could try
Jesus.
again and get the 90-degree angle.
Maybe later. Okay. So the one you so the only one that's active right now is the one by Renolphus?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. I'll start moving that way then.
Okay. That works.
3 hours later.
I saw the whole turn of events.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. After Boykin is Flit.
Okay. Okay. Fuck. I think I will fire at 4th level magic missile at the one that is still up.
All right.
So-
Let me know what your damage is. Shit.
So that is it creates 3 darts and then I get 2 more. Is that correct? Each spell level above 2nd.
You're just doing a 5th level?
4th level.
4th level? Yeah, you would get 2 more.
Okay, so 5 darts total.
All right. Sounds good. Yep.
All right. So I don't have that. So the first dart is 5 force damage. The second dart is also 5 force damage. The third dart is 2 force damage, and I need to roll 2 more d4s.
Okay.
Another 3. Another 5 force damage total.
Okay. Do you have a chance of the total? I'm so sorry. I
It
did
was
not.
10, 11, 12.
18?
Yeah.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The darts sail through the air and pierce into the creature. I will need a wild magic surge from you.
All right.
1 through 3.
18.
All right. So you're now up to 4. All right. Yeah. The darts sail through the air and pierce its flesh. It is still alive, but it is not looking happy. Anything for bonus action or movement? I asked
Uh,
movement, thinking you'll move, but
I mean, no, that would mean I have to get closer to it.
You did get farther away
Sir.
from it.
That's true.
Yeah, for just for the sake of moving, since I'll just kind of go over here.
all right.
Yeah, let's get out of the line that we have going on.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do a
Yeah.
double take and be like, Mr. Boykin, why aren't you wearing any pants? And that's my turn.
Oh, just wanted to move around a lot faster.
It's awful cold
So
out here
free.
for that.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. It is cold.
Yeah.
We can just look down.
Just don't look right now.
It's not impressive.
Yeah.
It's okay, you're a dwarf.
Exactly.
That's racist?
Little bit of racism. Arsenaway, it's your turn.
I mean, she is a gnome,
He's
so
a
like,
gnome.
It's true.
All right, my poor little
Poor little spiritual weapon that could.
Just trucking along, guys. Wait
Yep.
for me. I can do a thing now. And then she will cast Sacred Flame, and I need it to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
That is 17.
17 is the DC.
Okay, I use meets
Well,
meets
then
equals
luck
beats.
on that
Beats,
and
alright.
subtract a d4.
Okay.
All right, you roll or do I?
-2, I roll.
All right. So your sacred flame goes off.
12 points of radiant damage.
Arsenaway. How do you want to do this?
Oh shit!
Oh.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling.
You guys are fucking these things up just as much as they were fucking you up.
She can't quite see around the bushes, so she'll look at the spiritual weapon, the shield, and cast this, almost like a firebolt, but not quite, as it's like this golden light, and just bounce it off the shield in a trajectory that hits it.
All right.
That's awesome.
The energy surges and reflects off of the shield directly in the direction, Joe, at the Armonite. I'm tired. Leave me alone. And right over Ranulphus's shoulder, just as he is preparing for another strike, you watch this divine, bright gold energy surge into the chest of this creature, and you watch as it screams in its final moments, as its flesh almost burns before it collapses to the ground, an incredible burn scorch mark coursing through its upper body.
Are they cooked?
and Coco eat them.
By heaven's light, yes, they are cooked.
So it's dinner time.
Anybody up for a midnight snack of demon flesh?
I don't know what Coco eats, but there's a lot of it.
It may have been a joke. If you eat a demon, there are going to be lasting health effects to
There
your
are going to be
characters.
consequences.
I'm immune to disease. Can I still eat? Can I eat demon?
We
It
will
might-
talk.
It might give you the trots a little.
Well, yeah, obviously.
The trot.
Oh my god. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna try and clip that magic. Jesus.
Well, wasn't expecting to have to fight things tonight.
I feel like this is becoming an every night occurrence.
Boykin just kind of looks around, looks down at, realizing he doesn't have any clothes on. Oh, I'm going back to bed. Good night.
You should probably lay by the fire so
He's
you don't
already
get
sleeping.
frostbite. Oh, okay.
He's got a good point.
And he is by the fire. He's kind of like curled up like a cat would be.
That's racist, says Gio.
Does Chio curl up like a cat too?
Well, Yeah, she's a shifter. She's a cat shifter.
Yeah. He's just trying to
Uh,
be more like you, okay?
Yeah.
First, he took off all the
Apparently.
armor.
That's true.
Oh.
He is learning well. Okay.
as you guys are gathering yourselves from the arduous combat you just went through, you hear as doing a delightful little stroll into sight and sort of patrolling around your fire, a familiar mad jester. Wonderful performance, I must say. These little beasties are quite shitty, aren't they? And he kicks one of the bodies.
Is that
Well
supposed to
done.
be
I'm
another
quite
test?
impressed.
Was that supposed to be another one of your tests like before?
Oh no, this wasn't me. It just seems to be a wandering group of demons for you experts to deal with. You didn't disappoint, though. If it were one of my tests, A+ across the board.
One wonders what you're doing here. I thought
Well-
you'd be eager to be busy off finding Protrek.
Ah, you mean the thing I've already accomplished. And he moves his hands, and appearing into view is an image that Boykin recognizes.
Well, Boykin will now wake back up because of hearing the bad gesture. But I guess butt ass naked stands up.
Oh,
What do
yeah.
you have there?
Ugh. He conjures
Ugh.
an image, and Boykin, you can recognize your brother. Armorless, but clothed. He has a collar around his neck, and his arms and legs are shackled. As you can see, he almost looks up, grimacing, as the back part of whatever cloak he was given is ripped open, and you see marks all across his back. Not the prettiest sight, unfortunately. I wish I had some better news, but it seems Diablos is having fun with your kin.
Thank you for getting this information.
I can confirm where he is.
Which is?
I'm going to switch over to Foundry. We're going to leave the forest scene. Come back to home.
Oh.
I am going to do this. And we are going to do... Okay, I wanted to draw, not mark. On this mountain, in between Iagarth and Murtovara, is his wonderful citadel of pain, it turns out. I honestly would have hired an interior decorator. The place is quite gloomy and quite dark and filled with all sorts of misery. But that is what you expect from a demonic prince such as Diablos. He's not in any deep, dark cavern. It seems your brother, while being a hammer throw, is relatively low on the totem pole of delightful toys for him to play with. It seems.
Well, hopefully he just continues not being one of his favorite toys.
We'll see. He is quite a fickle one. Give him a few weeks and might just move on to more greener pastures to torture.
Well, regardless, we need to get to him as soon as possible.
I would definitely recommend doing the exact same.
There are a lot of
That
people-
did not make me more comfortable about this whole situation. Thank you.
I get that.
Are there minions guarding him?
Many. It is his playground. But I will say, two birds, one stone. Save Brotrak and remove Diablos, and not only will you have saved all of those in the Citadel, but also removed one of Vecna's generals from the board.
And
His creatures are demonic in nature, abyssal creatures from the hells. And you see he sort of lounges almost as if he's on a couch, but he's just floating in the air. The Citadel is guarded from aerial entry. Not many people make the approach via the ground, it seems. So that would be my recommendation. I hope you're good at climbing mountains.
It's in my
not
blood.
really. Are you going to help us?
Maybe.
I think you would have a blast.
I would have a little bit of a fun time, but I wouldn't want to step on any toes, he says while looking at Renalphus and Arsinoe.
Is there anything you can tell us about the Citadel itself? Points of entry, patrols?
Well, it seems all of the major methods of entry are meant for his airborne night creatures. Vaguely humanoid creatures, not too dissimilar to what Boykin was given. Demonic in nature, as I've stated, winged beasts. Quite fun to hit out of the air, personally. There are 13 floors. Boykin's brother was at floor number 5. I will say, if you mean to gain entry, I would advise against airborne. I would advise making the climb. It seems his defenses don't account for anything on ground level. Unless you want to fly, in which case it'll be a wonderful show. But I'd lose out on a possible opportunity, and that wouldn't work for me.
Climbing it is.
Now then, I did something for you, as promised. I gave the information under the assumption that we were building trust, as you mentioned. I can continue to assist you, provided a pact is made. But I suppose if not, I'm sure I can find somebody else.
Considering you've done nothing for us until this information is verified, I'm sure that conversation is a bit premature.
Your choice. But I know the night creatures aren't the only thing guarding your brother. All manner of demons populate the Citadel. All different shapes, sizes, and colors. It's quite a library of pain inside.
I'm surprised you weren't there cataloging it yourself.
I've thought about it, but then I think I have much better use of my time.
This Diablos. What do you know of them?
Not too dissimilar from his children, the night creatures. Also appears as, here. And you see his form shift and reveals a lithe, humanoid-looking creature with harsh, demonic features that barely resemble a face with wings that stretch out. His form is gargantuan in size, and his claws are the size of spears. I will provide an image to you through Discord. Give me a moment. That'll do. Goes into Biven. There he is.
Well, shit.
Like it.
Cute. Cute.
That is a. Okay.
A prince of hell, to be specific. But I have all the confidence in you, if you accept my pact.
What's this pact entail?
I gift some of my magical abilities to you. Sort of on a loan.
And in return?
I believe I made my desires quite clear when we spoke originally. Once the deed is done, and the Whispered One is expelled from our world, the peoples of this realm leave me to my devices. As I stated before, assuming you succeed, your words will carry much more weight than kings and queens. You can make it so. Heroic deeds tend to gift that responsibility.
But it's not very heroic of us if we make it so that you could just hurt anybody you want to at any time and nobody can bother you about it.
Who said I was going to do any of that? All I said was leave me to my own devices. Doesn't assume I'm going to be doing anything untoward.
Your
What would you be
history
doing?
assumes more than that.
What does it look like? Say we succeed. Remove these generals, remove the Horde, remove the Whispered One. What does the world look like to you after that?
The world looks like a clean slate.
You put yourself at the top. Power vacuum continues.
No, that's boring. Top power vacuum ruling. Do I look like the kind of clown that can rule a kingdom? No. My position as ruler is gone.
You're right. You look like just the jester to stick himself in the middle of everything and cause enough chaos. Just to keep everything shaking.
I'm sensing
The truth.
personal issues.
I want this world purged from the Whispered One, which is anybody else.
Hmm.
But I can't bring myself to bring a worse fate to them.
Such low assumptions. Almost as if stating that I've turned over a new leaf means nothing to you people.
It doesn't.
Final
Again,
offer?
you've done nothing until what you've said is proven accurate. So
Is the
any
wonderful-
further discussion, you're
You-
only
you-
wasting your own breath.
If you slip back into old habits, then is this deal void?
I make a vow. I myself will not bring about another calamity as long as I draw breath.
It's
Looking really hard. Does he draw breath?
Make a perception check?
Legit. Yes, I would also like to.
Go for it, go for it.
Can
Hang
I
on a
insight?
second.
Yeah, I
Insight
was
check?
going to insight too.
Go for it.
I need to make insight.
18.
I do perception. Yes, I do
14.
perception.
Natural 20.
Oh shit.
Nice.
16 perception.
Total
Does
of
he
24.
breathe? Is he a breathing dude?
He is a breathing dude.
Okay.
He's a mouth breather.
Yeah.
I just realized I didn't really know. Didn't know what his.
He is living,
Okay.
breathing in front of you.
That's good.
With the insight, he is being honest. Now, with a natural 20, he is still a being of chaos, so he would most likely toy around with that a little, but the vow that he made as he made it, he is 100% truthful about it.
Well, I feel like Arsinoe is speaking for the group right now, kinda. Well, like
Yes.
just the way that you're presenting. So Flit kind of like tugs on your like bottom of your shirt or whatever, and she'll kind of whisper to you. And I think he's being honest, but he's unpredictable. Like my magic is a little chaotic sometimes. I don't know what it's going to do. I think he means it, but never know what he could decide to do. He's chaos.
Thank you for the compliment.
Stand up. Okay, boy. Go rescue. Regardless of our choice here.
I think that there is something else going on here in his mind, and maybe we just can't necessarily see it yet. And that
Takes out
I-
a ball and just starts tossing it back and forth in his hands.
I feel that he is a powerful creature, and he could be useful. He hasn't necessarily personally done anything to myself. However, I understand that that's not the case for all of us here. I'm here to go find my brother. Whatever you decide, that is still my goal. And I appreciate the help you looks at the Manchester.
He is now juggling 2 balls.
If he's using 2 hands, it's not juggling.
You're right. He pulls out 2 more.
I cast dancing lights and make them move with the balls he's juggling.
I do see a little bit of a resemblance.
What about the
Let's
rest
keep
of you?
going.
These are crazy times. Maybe we need a little bit of crazy.
Oh,
Here.
It's like I said last night, the enemy of my enemy is, well, perhaps not my friend, but my ally. I respect the stories you've told me of his past deeds, but do you truly want to risk failure of the ultimate goal and not succeed in taking out this whispered one just in fear of what he may do in the future?
Alice?
I think any further discussion on the topic at this juncture, is pointless. We have
Limited time offer.
we have a location. The validity of his help to be determined. and I look to Boykin. It seems our goals do align right now, but that's not to say that his goals could change on a whim. He may mean his promise today, but that means nothing if his mind changes tomorrow.
But not anyone's mind change tomorrow. I have
Not to the
nothing.
degree I believe his can.
I'm just saying, to be fair, we've all, for the most part, only known each other mere hours in the grand scheme of things. We have no reason to truly trust each other. There's nothing that says that you won't decide to kill me in my sleep, other than the fact that I have confidence in myself to not allow that to happen. I have confidence in myself not to allow him to get the better of me either.
His
You
pact
look
is
back.
not one that I would make under any circumstances. For the rest of you, I counsel exceptional caution. But your lives and your decisions are your own.
You look back, and he is now enjoying popcorn out of a little dish.
Oh,
Honestly, I feel like he's enjoying the chaos that he's bringing to this conversation and discussion right now.
it reminds
Yeah,
me of some
exactly.
people
I see
I
your
once
face over
knew.
there.
They were tricky
It means
folks to
getting
deal
our
with.
world back. Isn't it worth it?
I suppose that's the question. What is your world worth?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, ew, that's
Seeds.
disgusting.
It was a seed.
Yes,
Doesn't
You're
mean
a
it's not
seed.
disgusting.
maybe if you step out of line and start hurting people again, you retract all support that we would have normally given you.
Let me be clear. When the pact is made, it is magically sealed. I couldn't do anything even if I wanted to. I suppose that's how it works. I've
For
never
the word.
quite done this before, but from what I understand, warlocks are bound by a certain set of rules, as are the deities, those offering the power.
It's true. He's not wrong there. The
So,
wording is very specific.
Hmm.
You want to be very careful what you promise to do and what he doesn't promise to do.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I have no desire for any of your magical abilities. No offense.
None taken. He
Kujo,
looks.
what time is it at this point?
It
Middle of the
is.
fucking night.
We're
Yeah,
still
like
in second
one.
watch, right?
Yeah.
Second watch would be probably around like 10 or 11 at night.
Wait.
so if you, which one of us would become a warlock? That's new.
Cujo, can I do a... Fuck, she's not good at this.
What are you?
I forgot which character I was for half a second. I was like, I'll do
Oh,
a check. Oh,
no.
wait, wrong character.
There.
Right, we don't do that here.
Because the other
Yeah.
thought was like, I basically want to know, like, what types of magical contracts are there? Again, wrong character.
Yeah.
No, wrong
There
character.
was-
wrong
I told you
character.
we need the summon.
Summon
Contract lawyer.
Thurston.
Summon
Yeah,
Summon
Nallard.
Nallard.
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of. I would assume there's plenty of different types of contracts, but contracts with deities are binding.
Yeah, I mean, she's like, as essentially the equivalent of like a court scribe back home. Like, what
Okay.
does she know of at least a magical element that can go with contracts. Like, is there a way to be like, look, I don't want to be a warlock, but I do want to somehow bind you in some way with another type of
Yeah,
magical
can I,
contract?
or like, can I have the contract but not have the other thing?
Yeah.
They're fucking drafting an MOU. Thurston's having nightmares right now.
Thurston just gets this like sort of summary document and is looking at it like they want a what?
Red line. Red line. Red. You know, just shred.
It's when you send it back and it's just basically with a big WTF and the whole thing is circled.
Yeah. I will say your choice between Arcana or Religion.
That's the same shit. Oh, that's a 3.
I mean, you haven't had much direct knowledge to draw off of. You've heard of people in Yoshino making pacts with powerful creatures, but that, I mean, the types of pacts range in scope. It could be anything, really.
Cujo, can I make the same check?
Sure. Your choice, Religion or Arcana.
I'm gonna go Religion.
Okay.
That was a tilt. That is a 4. However, if it pertains to fey, fiends, or undead, it is a 17.
With a 4, sort of similar to what Chio knows, you think you heard a story of an orc pledging himself to a beast of some kind in order to gain power.
Mm-hmm.
But then the next week you heard that the beast that he pledged himself to ate the orc. So
outside of like colloquial legends of deal with the devil expressions.
right, yeah. You're not sure on any other specifics.
Okay.
I'm just going to operate under the assumption this information is what you will. I accomplished my goal of doing what I could to assist you. What you do from here, accept my help or don't, is truly up to you. I just know that I like to hedge my bets. That's why this conversation is happening. I could also provide continued knowledge as you hunt down the other generals as well. But know that if this offer is rejected, then this will be the last you see of me.
Oh, I doubt that. You grow bored.
I do. But you won't be able to keep track of me. Let me put it that way. Since you're so worried about my daily activities.
Well, I'm not worried about your daily activities.
Oh, thank you.
Your reputation does precede you, obviously, though.
I've heard that multiple times.
Well, you said you were trying to.
That's not something to brag about.
In its own way, isn't it?
No.
You don't even have to acknowledge me by name, and you know exactly who I am. Meanwhile, you...
Your clothing is rather distinct.
Meanwhile, you... a bugbear from Thaden.
Where most bugbears come from, yes.
You could continue to be just a bugbear. Or write your name in the heavens. That's how I look at it, anyway. TikTok, though. It's time to make a decision.
I look to the rest of you. This is not a pact that I will enter into.
I will not ask you again. That's 2 no's. But there are 4 left. What do the 4 say?
Do you still have like the image up of Boykin?
The image has
Or
been
not
lingering
Boykin?
for
Yeah, of me.
Brotrek of you.
Yeah, Brotrek. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still up.
I'm willing to accept the help.
That's 1 yes. Perhaps not the 1 yes I was hoping for, but
Oh well, forget it then.
no.
Are you kidding me?
Beggars can't be choosers.
I'm
Let me
standing
be-
here
let me-
bearing myself to the world, and
Oh.
this is what you. Oh,
That's
Let
actually
me
not supposed to be literal.
clarify. You
know what,
sir
bozo?
dwarf.
You can just kick rocks.
let me clarify.
Okay,
Mr.
bozo the clown
Hannafo.
motherfucker.
I was over here trying to give you a chance, and this is how you repay me? Are you?
My point is that it will take some time for you to understand the arcane nature of what it is that I would be gifting you with. Now, someone like these 3, and he points to the remaining 3, they have more of an understanding of magic. I can still grant you the power that you need. It might just jar you a little bit more than the others. But I am still open to assisting you.
I am more, or I'm less interested in having any of your magic, and more interested in you providing essentially some backup for us. I can swing my hammer pretty hard. Look at the 45 to 90-degree angle in that creature's back over there. It was glorious.
I'll look
I
at
love laying the
Malice.
hammer down.
I'll look at Malice and Arson away. Don't know what to do.
Won't take the information. My information is so far, and certainly not expand the continent.
My magic is unpredictable anyway. I don't know if it would be. It wouldn't be worse than it is now, I don't think. And if I could help people with it, that's what I want to do. Maybe I could make something good come out of the chaos.
Chaos isn't necessarily bad. The world needs chaos.
Are you prepared to take the risk that you can't?
Kefka, clearly we're having problems here. Is there any way we can meet in the middle?
Meaning what? Exactly. I just want to make sure I understand the situation clearly.
You're clearly a very powerful being. One with a
Well,
shady
thank you.
of course. Um Clearly there is a extreme lack of trust here. I appreciate the help you're willing to provide us in exchange for letting you essentially run amok. Although you did promise that you wouldn't hurt anybody as long as you were breathing.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's. He himself wouldn't hurt anyone. Very specific wording.
Agreed.
That being said, nothing wrong with a little bit of chaos in the right hands. And if he does
who's to say we couldn't take care of Kefka here later if he did become a bit too much to handle
we
for
will.
the rest of the world.
That's not a question.
So entertaining you adventurers are.
If his intentions are altruistic, then I want him to succeed.
I have no problem taking his assistance in the form of information. I think it's a fair enough deal to say that if he provides us with information that allows us to be successful, we will speak on his behalf, and that past
Remedy his image.
yes, and past crimes would not be continue to be held against him. Those future crimes, however, well, I can't speak for what you do later, and thus I can't speak for what the rest of the world will do later in response to your actions.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think that was
Just understand that if you get too out of line, you know who's coming for you. I'll give you a hint, it's all of us.
probably
I didn't
more.
need the hint, but thank you for providing it.
Might
Just
be
wanna be
helping
clear.
You know, by that point, this continent's pretty messed up, but okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't want any of the magic.
So what does a deal of that nature look like? If you seem to have had a very specific deal in mind of some sort of warlock pact, which none of us have an interest in, but are you interested in it's simply a...
None of you? And he looks to Flit.
Well,
Just very conflicted.
If you think it will help, and you think
Yeah.
that you can do good with it, then I trust
d-
you a lot more than I trust him.
I don't want anybody else to be disappointed in me, though.
Only known you, what, 2 days?
Like 48 hours.
But I think if anybody in this world can do good with his magic, you.
But I'm not always good at controlling it. You saw what happened. I almost hit you all with magic missiles.
That's okay.
Almost.
The world is unpredictable. Magic is unpredictable, and sometimes that's needed.
and control
Imagine if
doesn't...
the world never changed. It was just this forever.
Ugh.
Exactly.
And control is not inherent. It's something practiced and learned.
And you do it with the best of intentions.
Which is more than, well, a lot of people.
Your magic
Especially
went
these
off.
days.
Protect your friend. Protect not even friends.
Yeah,
People you
you're not
barely
friends.
know. That says a lot about your spirit.
I always want to learn more magic. As long as I can help people with it.
And that's what makes you different from him.
At least who he was. We'll see who he's going to end up.
I want to learn the magic from him.
I'll be here to help.
Does she get one of those coats?
She gets whatever coat she desires.
Oh, well, that's great.
I have reconsidered my earlier statement.
Well, in that
Why didn't you just
We
case,
say
make
that?
sure that's in the contract.
So we have a deal, young Flit?
Yeah.
He slowly floats over, almost waiting for a moment, making sure that it's allowed that he approach, and then continues forward towards Flit. And he sits cross-legged on the ground in front of her and holds out his hand. Now, the night before, he was essentially using thaumaturgy to speak a great distance. You had an image of him,
Mhm.
but now that he's sitting in front of you, you smell sweetness, maybe with a little bit of light, almost like a campfire smell. He's got this allure to him as he reaches out his hand with the painted smile warping as he smirks. Give me your
Uh,
hand, dear.
she'll kind of like mirror his position and sit on the ground cross-legged, though she's probably like much shorter. She'll like reach up to put her hand in his hand.
As your patron, I vow to never personally harm another soul in this realm as long as I draw breath.
Cujo, I would like to make an insight check, and I'm just gonna keep a very wary eye on this whole interaction.
Okay, go for it.
And if I see either of them start to become like hostile in any way, I am readying an attack action.
Okay, sounds good.
Writing down the terms of this deal.
Insight is 23.
Okay. Your 23 insight, he is true to his word.
Okay.
This is where you make a vow too.
I promise, vow, to use the magic to help the world, to help people. And to do my best for everybody that I care about and myself.
And with that statement, your hands joined together. There's a glow coming from within your fingers. Almost the colors and patterns matching that of his coat. The light grows bright around you all, almost as if it's blinding. And when the light fades, Flit, you are now wearing a gnome version of Kefka's coat. And we will talk mechanics. But first thought is you're going to lose a level of sorcerer, but gain a level of warlock. After the pact is done and after the light fades, his smirk turns into a broad smile that almost curls up almost unnervingly up past his cheekbones. It's wonderful. I am so glad we could see the same page. Ah, so much wonderful things. Well, Chop Chop, we need to get you over to Diablos to remove him from his throne. In the meantime, I will be searching out the other generals to give you some more concrete information on your next targets, or whatever it is that you'd like me to search for. Any particular topics I should keep my eyes out for?
Flit's father.
Done. Anyone else?
Other generals.
Oh, that's already on the list, darling.
Particularly the one that
Don't call me that.
patrols between bastions.
Done. Anyone else? You can call on me whenever. If I'm available, I will happily continue to have a nice little powwow like this one with you, and we can discuss what it is that you need at that point in time.
Stars of future plans. What is it that they want to do next? It can't just be capturing brothers and tormenting towns.
I suppose they are acting under some sort of code, some sort of goal in mind. I'll see what digging I can do for you. But in the meantime, and he rises, and you guys are about a half a day's travel at this point from the shore, but you see him wave his arms, and you hear a distant, large splash of water in the coastline. My ship is yours to use to get back to the main continent. Unfortunately, it's really all I can do in that regard, but I'm sure you'll have ways of getting to the Citadel of Pain. In the meantime, I have my laundry list of things to do. I look forward to what comes next.
Does anyone have maps?
Oh,
I do, but it seems to be out of date.
Oh.
He reaches into his coat and produces several scrolls of paper. Of course, embroidered in obnoxious color.
Oh, yeah.
For you all.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
You open the map, and you see it is the map with, like, markers of, like, oh, dull people live here, or, oh, I've always wanted to visit this place.
What does it say about Yoshino?
It's got cat ears.
Oh, in all caps. Boring. With, like, 4 exclamation points.
Not offended, because if he thinks it's boring, you won't go there.
Well, as always, just to clarify, sorry, Flit, we have consistent communication up in here in these little domes of ours. If you have questions or comments, constructive criticisms, we can share them back and forth freely. If you need anything, just say the word.
Is this the first time you've done this?
Yes. It's quite exhilarating.
Keep notes,
I don't know why I didn't do this before. New leaves and all that. Well, if you'll excuse me, I have more generals to hunt. And he takes his coat and, like Batman, whirls it around himself, and the red covers everything until he disappears from sight. That is where we're going to call tonight's session. Yay!
Wasn't expecting a multi-class, but good times.
All
At least
right,
your
well,
stats will stack.
I know.
it's true. Yeah.
That's good.
The 2 charisma casters on 1 character, you'll be fine. All right, well, to everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. We love you. Be nice to each other, and we will see you next week for more Decisions and Dragon.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye.